In the winter of 2004, 21-year-old Maura Murray vanished without a trace, leaving behind a tapestry of questions and theories that continued to haunt her family and the small town of Haverhill, New Hampshire. The case began on February 9, when Maura, a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, packed her car and drove north, claiming she was going to visit a family member. But instead of heading to a familiar destination, Maura's journey took a mysterious turn that would lead to her unexplained disappearance. On that fateful day, Maura had a series of troubling events. Earlier, she had been seen at a local liquor store purchasing a bottle of alcohol. Later, she was involved in a minor car accident, which would be the first in a string of incidents that seemed to reflect her increasingly erratic state of mind. After the accident, she received a call from her father, who advised her to return to campus. However, Maura's thoughts were far from clear. Maura's decision to leave campus sparked concern among her friends and family, particularly given her recent struggles. Just days before her disappearance, she had experienced academic pressure and personal issues, including a breakup with her boyfriend. Some friends noted that Maura had been acting strangely, displaying signs of distress. Still, no one could have anticipated what would happen next. She packed a bag with clothes and personal items and left her dorm room in the middle of the day, driving her black 1996 Saturn sedan into the unknown. Maura's phone calls and messages, alluding to personal turmoil, left her friends worried but unaware of the gravity of her situation. As she drove through the White Mountains, Maura's vehicle eventually ran off the road on Route 112, near a remote area called Woodsville. A passing motorist spotted her car and stopped to offer assistance. But when the driver approached, Maura seemed agitated and declined help, claiming she was fine and waiting for a tow truck. That would be the last confirmed sighting of her. When authorities arrived, they found her car locked and personal belongings inside, including her cell phone and laptop. There were no signs of struggle or any indication that Maura had intended to leave the area. The scene, however, held unsettling clues like the fresh footprints leading away from the vehicle, suggesting that she had ventured into the nearby woods. The search for Maura began almost immediately, involving local law enforcement, search and rescue teams, and even volunteers from the community. The dense woods and harsh winter conditions presented significant challenges, but searchers were determined to find her. Despite extensive searches that included helicopters, dogs, and volunteers scouring the snow-covered terrain, Maura remained missing. As days turned into weeks, the investigation turned into a media frenzy. The case captured national attention, with people speculating about Maura's fate and the circumstances surrounding her disappearance. Various theories emerged, some suggesting that she may have met with foul play, while others believed she could have intentionally vanished to escape her pressures. Maura's family refused to give up hope. Her father, Fred Murray, became a public figure in the search for his daughter, appearing on television and working with private investigators to uncover any leads. The Murrays were adamant that Maura was not the type to run away, emphasizing her close-knit family ties and commitment to her education. As months passed, however, the lack of substantial leads became disheartening. Theories surrounding her disappearance ranged from abduction to suicide to her possibly starting a new life elsewhere. Online communities formed, discussing the case and piecing together Maura's life, while amateur sleuths attempted to solve the mystery. One theory suggested that Maura had suffered from a mental health crisis. Friends revealed that she had been dealing with anxiety and stress, and some believed she may have attempted to harm herself. However, there was no definitive evidence to support this claim, and her family rejected the idea that she would voluntarily disappear. In the years following her disappearance, the case grew colder, but it never faded from public memory. Maura's story was featured on various true crime programs, podcasts, and online platforms dedicated to unsolved mysteries. Each new feature brought renewed interest, but also frustration, as the details of her life and disappearance continued to elude answers. In 2009, a group of amateur investigators known as the Maura Murray Investigation began to dive deeper into the case. They uncovered new information, such as potential witnesses who claim to have seen Maura in the days following her disappearance. Their findings raised questions about the thoroughness of the initial investigation and sparked renewed hope among Maura's supporters. However, as the years rolled on, each new lead proved to be a dead end. There were no confirmed sightings, no solid evidence of what had happened to her. Friends and family continued to hold vigils and gatherings, hoping to keep her memory alive and spread awareness about the dangers facing young women. As the investigation faced new challenges, the Murray family struggled with the emotional toll of not knowing Maura's fate. Each holiday, birthday, and significant life event was a painful reminder of the daughter and sister they had lost. In public appearances, they advocated for better resources and protocols for missing persons cases, pushing for legislative changes to help families in similar situations. Despite the heartache, the Murrays continued to search for answers. They launched a website dedicated to Maura's case, sharing information, photos, and updates on any leads. Their perseverance inspired others, and the community began to rally around them, demanding justice and closure. In 2017, the case took another turn when a new witness came forward, claiming to have seen Maura in a nearby town shortly after her disappearance. This sparked a renewed wave of hope, but again, it led to no concrete evidence. Investigators conducted interviews and followed up on leads, but the lack of physical evidence made it challenging to piece together the puzzle of Maura's fate. Over time, various theories continued to emerge. Some speculated that Maura had encountered an accident in the woods and succumbed to the elements. Others believed she may have found refuge with someone who wanted to help her escape her troubles. Still, the absence of definitive proof left all possibilities hanging in the air. Today, Maura Murray's case remains unsolved, a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the complexity of human experiences. Her story resonates deeply, inspiring continued discussions about mental health, the responsibilities of law enforcement, and the enduring love of family in the face of tragedy. In the years since her disappearance, Maura's family has transformed their grief into advocacy, working tirelessly to support other families facing similar heartache. They have established foundations and awareness campaigns, hoping to make a difference for others who find themselves in the nightmare of a loved one going missing. As time goes on, Maura's legacy continues to shine a light on the importance of vigilance and compassion. Though the mystery of her disappearance may never be solved, her spirit lives on in the hearts of those who continue to seek justice and truth in her name. The search for Maura Murray remains a testament to the enduring bonds of love, hope, and the relentless pursuit of answers in the face of uncertainty.